In a world that glorifies adventure and constant excitement, being labeled as boring feels almost like an insult. People are expected to travel the world, chase thrills, and have endless stories to tell. But the truth is, there is nothing wrong with being boring. In fact, a quiet, structured life, one centered around dedication and consistency, often leads to the deepest fulfillment. As an author, my life revolves around writing. Not every day is eventful, nor does it need to be. My days are spent crafting words, building worlds, and refining ideas. There is no adrenaline rush in sitting at a desk, staring at the screen, or jotting down notes. Yet, these seemingly boring moments shape the very essence of my life. In my blog, I wrote about 11 reasons why being a writer is awesome, describing writers as warriors of words. Because through your words, you fight for injustice and inequality for everyone you love. Writers have always been pivotal in fighting against evil and tearing down even the strongest foes without shooting guns and blood in their hands. You are a writer. You have the strongest yet peaceful means to win a battle that every man thought impossible to see hopes of victory. Many writers in history have proved it, from José Rizal to Franz Kafka. They shook the world and freed many lives without bloodshed, even without being armed. Writing is not just about a passion or a hobby. It is a commitment that demands patience and discipline. Even on days when life gets in the way, such as my current apartment situation, I strive to write something, even if it's just a single sentence. Though mundane to an outsider, this persistence makes a writer's journey meaningful. And Rizal would agree to that. In a book entitled Caesar's Vengeance by E. San Juan, Jr., he shared Rizal's thoughts in his written words through a letter sent to his nephew, in which his spirit of prudent resistance to authority remained unchanged even when he was exiled in Dapitan. He said,
"To live is to be among humans, and to be among humans is to struggle. But this struggle is not a brutal and material struggle with men alone. It is a struggle with them, with one's self, with their passions and one's own, with errors and preoccupations. It is an eternal struggle with a smile on the lips and tears in the heart. On this battlefield, man has no better weapon than his intelligence, no other force but his heart. Sharpen, perfect, polish, then your mind and fortify, and educate your heart."
Through writing my thoughts down, letting my words flow through my fingers, I am allowing myself to create a space between my unconscious, subconscious, and conscious thoughts to play out at the same time. My unconscious and subconscious feed my fingers to write the scenes I see, hear, taste, and smell in my head, while allowing my conscious brain to welcome those without judgment, regardless of how absurd these ideas are. In this lifetime, you want to sharpen, perfect, polish your mind, and learn how to fortify and educate your heart by knowing who you truly are. Better self-understanding develops a better relationship with yourself. Instead of berating yourself for all of your mistakes, you accept them with great accountability and a stone-firm decision to find solutions. We're done with the boomer's antics. As Marcus said, one of my characters in my upcoming book, Strokes of Desire #1. We're done. And he's right. We're done with the boomer's antics. So we're done with trying to dominate and trying to hurt each other when we're supposed to be one. We're supposed to help one another to survive as a human species. Because we have a bigger problem than we all know and are aware of. The smartest guys on Earth have yet to take baby steps and incubate systems to figure out the bigger issue in our big universe. Yet we're here, trying to kill each other because of some distant past, trying to win each other for a fleeting future only to boost someone's baby ego. When I am not writing, my life remains steady and simple. In my spare time, I practice my guitar, hoping to improve my once forgotten hobby. I walk around the neighborhood, observing the ongoings of daily life. I do my household routines and run my business in the background. These days, I have been swamped with paperwork. I spend long hours a day finishing reports and writing to update my manuscript beat by beat. That's why I would like to invite you to join me in my self-publishing journey as an official book reviewer. Just so you know, I have been writing the 4th draft of my upcoming novel Strokes of Desire, Cult of Eros #1 since 2022. And it's been 3 years of rewriting until I've reached this point where I'm now inviting you to access the chapters I've finished so far. And don't worry, it's for free in exchange for feedback. And to do that, you can click the link in the description below to direct you to Story Origin, my new publishing partner. So from there, all you need to do is follow the setup instructions, depending on the device that you will use. Depends if you're using Kindle, or you're using your phone, or your smartphone, or your tablet, or just your PC. So if you sign up, you will officially become my beta readers. So, which means every time I finish a draft and have a beta reader copy, and also the author reader's copy or the ARCs ready, you can directly receive notifications from me right in your email on where to access them and also their release dates. So that also includes all my previously published books, from The Rival Uncensored, My Name is Pepper, as well as my non-fiction works like The Non-Native Speakers Only and Essentialism in Self-Publishing. So what will you get after signing up? First, you will get a link via email, and then you will gain access to the chapters for free for both fiction and non-fiction works. So at the same time, not only my books, but you also have the chance to reach other authors' works from different parts of the world as a reviewer. And the more reviews you will make, the more you're upgrading your expertise, your proficiency, your capability to review books as professionally as possible. And if you're interested and if you'd like to learn more about it, just go to Story Origin or sign up on Story Origin using my link below. If you're already on the platform, let me know and click on the link in the description and sign up to get access to the chapters. So let's get back to where we stopped. When I'm not in the mood for paperwork, I watch YouTube videos to learn more about myself and my craft. Everything I do is connected to my writing, to the purpose. my fiction and storytelling without compromising balance, like the life-work balance. Society often equates excitement with fulfillment, but fulfillment is personal. For some, it comes from travel and adventure. For others, it comes from routine and mastery. For me, the act of writing, revising, and watching a manuscript slowly taking shape from fleeting thoughts and daydreams is rewarding in a way that a fleeting thrill could never equate or could never top the sensation and feelings that I feel. Can you imagine the feeling you feel every time you finish a whole draft? I felt that many times, and it's so rewarding to see your boring ideas become a book. The quiet dedication, even without anyone watching, solely to the craft, to creating something out of nothing, is a joy in itself. It's not just because I'm a writer. I simply learn how to embrace how I do things. Respecting me for being me means loving the slowness of life and how my plans move on slower than everybody else's. When everyone I know has achieved so much, I don't have to feel envious or bad because I feel left behind or miss many things. What's wrong with being slow and boring? What's wrong with loving slow mornings and boring afternoons? What's wrong with being still and content sitting on a balcony with coffee, enjoying the raindrops falling from the gloomy skies? What seems boring to others is often a source of immense joy for me. And sitting still is not just sitting still in the nothingness. It's enjoying the nothingness of it. The ability to exist. And that's what matters. The air I breathe, the carbon dioxide I release, the give and take that's going on while just sitting there is what makes this experience joyful, peaceful. It makes me feel like I'm in harmony with myself, being content with myself, and being able to enjoy my own company. For me, writing is an exploration of self, of emotions, of thoughts, of characters that feel as real as any person in the physical world. It is a slow deep dive into creativity that requires solitude and stillness. If being boring means immersing myself in this process, I embrace it wholeheartedly. In the end, the pressure to live an exciting life all the time is a societal construct. But true satisfaction comes from doing what feels right for you. Not everyone is meant to chase constant novelty. Some of us find comfort in routines, passion projects, and the quiet joys of creation. And that is perfectly okay. After all, some of the greatest works of art, literature, and philosophy were born from those people who lived the boring lives. The one who enjoys sitting down underneath the apple tree. The one who are just walking around the meadows. The one who just carelessly staring to the distance, daydreaming all the time. These people who spent their days thinking, writing, creating, rather than chasing for external excitement. So please, stop calling people like me boring. And even if you do, it's fine. It's perfectly okay. I let you call my world boring. I don't mind. But for me, I call it my purpose. And this is my life.